Most people worry about not saving enough for retirement. Very few worry about living too long. But that's exactly what drains their savings. Not overspending, not bad investing, not laziness, longevity. And the dangerous part is this: it doesn't feel like a threat. When people imagine retirement, they imagine freedom, travel, relaxation, time. They rarely imagine 30 years without a paycheck. Yet, for many Americans today, retirement isn't 10 years long. It can last 25, even 30, and most financial plans were never built for that. This is how people quietly outlive their savings, without ever expecting to. The first mistake is underestimating lifespan. Many people plan as if they'll live to 78 or 80, but life expectancy is rising, especially for those who reach 65 in good health. If you retire at 62 and live to 92, that's 30 years of expenses, 30 years without earned income. Pause and really think about that. Have you ever calculated what 30 years of living actually costs? Most people haven't. They focus on a retirement number, a savings goal, a target. But they rarely ask, will this last if I live longer than expected? That's where the danger begins. The second mistake is assuming expenses drop sharply in retirement. Yes, some costs decrease, but others rise. Healthcare, insurance, long-term care, inflation. Inflation quietly destroys purchasing power over long periods. 3% inflation over 25 years dramatically reduces what your money can buy. What feels sufficient today may feel tight 20 years from now. The third issue is withdrawal pressure. Many retirees follow simple rules, 4% per year, fixed withdrawals. But real life isn't fixed. Markets fluctuate. Unexpected costs appear. Life doesn't follow neat projections. If withdrawals happen during market downturns, savings shrink faster than expected. This creates something called sequence risk, and most people don't plan for it. But here's the deeper issue. Longevity risk isn't just financial, it's psychological. People don't like planning for extreme scenarios. Living too long sounds positive, but financially, it creates fear. Fear of running out, fear of being dependent, fear of becoming a burden. So instead of planning thoroughly, many people avoid thinking about it. Avoidance is expensive. And that's how retirement savings quietly erode. Another silent factor people overlook is lifestyle assumption. Many retirees expect spending to drop dramatically once work stops. But habits don't disappear overnight. Comfort levels remain. Standards remain. Expectations remain. If spending doesn't adjust but income disappears, pressure builds slowly. There's no dramatic crash, just gradual erosion. Then there's healthcare uncertainty. Medical costs later in life are unpredictable. Even with insurance, out-of-pocket expenses can be significant. One serious health event can reshape an entire retirement plan. Yet most people plan for average outcomes. Retirement rarely follows averages. And here's something even more powerful. The longer you live, the more inflation compounds. Longevity plus inflation is a quiet combination. It stretches savings thinner every year. Now here's the uncomfortable truth. Running out of money in retirement rarely happens suddenly. It happens slowly. People reduce small luxuries first, then travel, then comfort, then choice. And slowly, retirement shifts from freedom to limitation. But here's the important part. Outliving your savings is not inevitable. It happens when plans are built around optimism instead of durability. Durable retirement planning assumes three things. You might live longer than expected. Markets might underperform. Healthcare might cost more. It builds margin. Margin is the difference between comfort and stress. Most people chase a retirement number. Few design a retirement structure. A number feels clear. A structure feels complex, but a number can mislead. A structure adapts. This is where flexibility becomes more important than prediction. Flexible spending, flexible lifestyle, flexible expectations. The safest retirement plans aren't aggressive. They're resilient. They prioritize sustainability over excitement. And they avoid assuming that average life expectancy equals personal lifespan. If you're in your 40s or 50s, this is where awareness matters most. Because longevity risk compounds over time. Small adjustments early prevent major stress later. The real question isn't, will I retire? The real question is, if I live longer than expected, will my money last with me? That question changes everything. It shifts focus from accumulation to sustainability, from chasing returns to protecting stability, from hope to preparation. Living longer is a gift. But financially, it requires structure, not panic, preparation. And preparation doesn't mean extreme measures. It means durability. It means designing a retirement that can survive uncertainty. If this topic feels uncomfortable, that's normal. Longevity risk is rarely discussed openly, but ignoring it doesn't remove it. In future conversations on this channel, we'll talk about practical ways to build durability without fear or drastic change. For now, sit with this. Are you planning for retirement length or retirement durability? Because the difference determines whether your money outlives you or you outlive it. If this gave you something to think about, leave a comment and share it with someone who assumes retirement only lasts 15 years. Clarity today prevents regret tomorrow.